Hello everyone, I'm Larry and you're watching St. Nick's Farms on YouTube. And what I am working on today is removing my backhoe off of Big John for the first time. Now, the reason behind taking it off is I am about 2 weeks away from the bumper-to-bumper warranty being over on Big John. I'll still have all the powertrain warranty and everything like that for a while yet, but on all those little details, which the only thing that I have is a little issue with the paddles on the loader being a little bit out of sync, and they're going to look at that. But in order to transport it to my dealership, which is Tri-Green Equipment in Leeton, Alabama, I'm going to take the backhoe off just for the sake of hauling it and not having the additional weight on the trailer, or to have to contend with when I pull it up on the trailer. I just need to take it off, and so this is the first time that I'm taking it off. So we'll walk through this together. I've watched some YouTube videos on it. I've got my manual out here, and we will walk through the steps required or the steps necessary to remove the 485 backhoe off of my 4052R John Deere tractor. So let's get started. All right, looking at the manual, it says, number 1, park tractor safely on a flat level surface, engage park brake, start engine, and run at low idle. So in looking at the tractor, I believe we're on a pretty good place here, pretty level. And so let's get the tractor started and engage the parking brake and see what step number 2 says. I'm going to actually engage the outside remote controls so that if I do need to move the tractor any, I can do that from the fender, and I'll also hopefully use the lift remote controls from the back of the tractor to control the lift. So let's engage the remote for the movement of the tractor. So that's done. All right, number 2, it says to stand in area between right stabilizer leg and boom facing the tractor. Number 3, center the boom and install the swing lock pin. This is the center lock pin here, and now I think you can see it, and it's installed, it's in place. So let's go back now and see what the next step was. Alright, step number 4, place boom in park position and install lock pin B and retainer. And looking at the little diagram, the park position will be here. So because the boom has dropped a little bit, let me raise it up some to release pressure on this pin, and we'll move this pin to this position. Alright, that should have released that. So let's go around on the other side now and we'll remove the hinge pin. Just lay it there for the time being. We'll take this pin out and move the boom down. And let's see if that's enough that we can get the pin back in. Go back around and put the retainer pin back in. I didn't take you over to the manual this time, but the next step, it says to rotate the bucket to where the teeth are parallel with the ground. Okay, that looks like that's about right. Alright, the next step, it says to lower the stabilizer arms on both sides of the backhoe until they are parallel to the ground. Not down on the ground, but parallel to the ground. Now because they lower, and I've got the retainer pins in them, I'm going to have to raise them a little bit to release pressure on the retainer pins so I can take those pins out. Alright, at this point it says to shut the tractor off and to engage the parking brake. I've already got the parking brake on, so I'll shut the tractor off now. Alright, now it says to disconnect the backhoe connector here from the power beyond. So, and by the way, I work the joystick around on the loader and everything to hopefully eliminate some of the pressure on the hydraulics. And then it says to put the dust cap on. This time it says to remove the backhoe connector, this one, from the, this is the backhoe return line from the power beyond return. And we'll get the cap put on it. Okay, now the backhoe hydraulics are separated from the tractor. Now the tractor hydraulic hose, this one here, I'll take the dust cap off of it. And by the way, this dust cap goes back on here, and we'll get this, if we can. It's a little bit of a fun part. We're going to have to come over there on that side. We'll see now if we can get the tractor hydraulic hose twisted around so it can go back into the Power Beyond. Okay, now that puts the tractor hydraulics back in line again, so the hydraulics, the lift arms and everything should work. The next step, it says to lift the rock shaft to its highest position. Next is to remove the retainer pin and the lock pin on both sides. Let me go over and see if the other one, this one here is tight. The pin on the other side come out easy, but this one's being a little it says to slowly lower the lift on the tractor to lower the backhoe down to the ground.